All right, thank you for coming by Tori Magoo 44. Tonight we are lucky to have Chuck Beatty. This is the infamous. And I think we met what year?
We met, 2004 was when I first was posting on ARS.
Right.
And in those days, it was pretty rough, like if you were in, like this tame sort of lame ex-member, you got chewed to pieces by the hardcore critics. And there were a couple of nice people, and you were one of the nice ones. Yeah.
It's probably people that'll disagree with that.
No, but I like it. I mean, it was a good experience to get shredded.
I know, I felt the same. It is an amazing experience to go from Scientology, where they're always pushing you up, and you're the greatest, and then all of a sudden
to get informed that. Oh no, you idiot! It's a fraud! It's a con! Are you kidding? Yes, it takes a while to understand that the harshest critics are the smartest.
And thank you to all of you who have been critical of us, because it's okay. We've gotten over it, and this is the first time we actually met in person. We've talked on the phone a lot.
I thought I was going to have PTSD coming here back to Los Angeles. This is my first visit back after I left in 2004. Oh. And it's been a great visit.
Yeah,
I've had a great visit. I've seen a lot of great old friends, and and I did a few, like, going back to the old haunts, the old places. People don't realize when you live in the Sea Org, those buildings, it's a communal lifestyle.
Right.
Those are our homes. Like, I got to go to the HGB and see the cigarette urn that I put into the front of the elevator, so that anybody who walks into the HGB and takes those elevators and puts their cigarette butts out in those urns, I put that one there. Anyways, and I talked to a lot of Sea Org members who were walking by the street, and I'd call them out by names, and they couldn't recognize me. But anyways, then they reported me to Charlie Earl, and he came down the street, and he was the interred and one of the private eye and local security guys. He came down and said, "Asshole,
move along,
asshole." And then I'm standing here with the street vendor who does the tours for the buses,
right.
And I say, "No, he's a good guy," and it's so funny. They ruin their own PR all the time.
All the time. They have people all around them when we pick it, and they're always like, "Right on, come back, do it more."
Why don't those people smile? They say.
I used to say it when we were in.
All the walks, all up and down Hollywood Boulevard. Even the bums outside of the sit on the thing there. I went there and talked to them, and their grade 0 is out. In fact, they don't have a grade 0.
And tell them what grade 0 is, just in case they don't know.
Well, grade 0 is one of the lowest steps of the Hubbard chart of
the early auditing, which is like counseling.
Total freedom, and you're supposed to be able to communicate with anybody about anything at any time.
Freely. At any time. And they are perfect examples of not being able to do that.
No, yeah, I wanted to just go. I came out here also just to see if I could go to the church event. I was going to be very polite. I almost made it through the phalanx there, when you're going down and there's the gauntlet of guardian.
Now, just so they know what you're talking about, he went to the shrine on
I went to the
right?
I wanted to go to the New Year's event.
Describe what it was like.
Oh, they have the front of the shrine. They have the big red carpet right in front. I didn't stand with the protesters intentionally. I tried to be like a good person, and I wasn't going to disrupt anything. I just wanted to go in there and see if a normal citizen from Los Angeles or from the world could attend the celebration at the end of the year where Scientology celebrates their accomplishments. I just wanted to get sort of a comparison of what's the state of their membership, people I used to see. I wasn't going to cause any trouble. I just wanted to go see it. I don't agree with, being declared an SP or having to do the steps A to J, because I'm an atheist at this point. I'm just a citizen. I wanted to go in. I was going to be very polite. I got through like 3 layers of the Office of Special Affairs door watchmen, to make sure that SPs don't get in there. And then Donna Morrow caught me. Good for Donna. Hi, Donna. If you get to watch this, Gavino, Ida.
Oh, yeah, Gavino.
If any of the OSA internet people get to watch this, say, Donna did a good job. Donna, good for you. And then
what happened?
So then she did the little hand signal, and Kirsten Catano came over like this angry little hornet,
And let them know who she is, because
Kirsten Catano is the head of security at all the church events in Los Angeles.
And the other thing about Kirsten is she's supposed to be like top secret. She never wanted anybody to know who she was. So I always point her out.
A bunch of other guys have done videos of her,
right?
And she's been pointed out. Her and Charlie Earl, and then Neil O'Reilly. I saw them. They were in the. I saw Neil and I didn't see Charlie, but I saw Aki and the other ones, and I didn't make eye contact because I knew I didn't want to blow my chances of getting in if they saw me, you know. So I steered myself around to see the scene, tried to pick the easiest exit. There was only one entrance. There's only one entrance for the public, so I went in that one, and I went in with the crowd, and I almost got in, but then they stopped me. Donna Morrow, who's a really nice lady,
right?
Free Xenu.
And so what happened? What happened to Kirsten?
All right, so then Kirsten just couldn't restrain herself from making the point that, Chuck, you're not welcome in any church in the whole world. And I thought, oh, that's sad. Because someday Scientology needs to at least, I'm like, there's a Beatty handling program, and they charge that I'm hoping for reform. That's true. I hope that someday, if they do remain an organized church, that they at least mellow out like the other traditional churches and just stop being mad dog. They need to get rid of all the OSA people and put them all on, handing out Dianetics books on the street or something, to the trash cans or wherever they're going to put them, I don't know.
Now, you used to be in the Sea Org, right?
I was in the Sea Org for 27 years. I spent my last 7 years in the RPF, the Rehabilitation Project Force. Everybody thinks that was bad. I actually kind of liked it. I like farm work. I like manual labor. I got to work with pigs and chickens and turkeys and
you're away from the org, right?
Yeah. The only thing is you can't have a visit with your spouse. I mean, the Sea Org religious life isn't as strict as being a nun or a brother in a monastery. You're allowed to be married and have normal sexual relations with your spouse, but you're not. If you have kids, then you're supposed to return to parishioner status. But
yeah, you can't have kids and be in the Sea Org.
But at this point, the one thing I noticed about the event, almost all the attendees looked like, it reminded me of the Matrix 3 movie. Scientology, it got me messed up. I don't know what 3, 2. Anyway, so the Matrix 3 where Smith propagates himself so that there's Smiths everywhere. It's almost like everybody who was in there was in DMs. It's like DM has shoved his hand into everybody and everybody's going and turned into DMs, and they're all into these like hard charging regs. On your next service yet? Hey, you made your next donation yet? It's like DM has turned all of them into regs. It's a church of regs, which is just salesmen for donations.
Right.
Anyways, okay.
No, I remember that because the other thing if you do go to one of the events, for people that have never been, first you see the event and all the hip hip hooray for Hubbard and all that.
Yeah, it used to be for Hubbard, but it's now. I'm actually more and more believing what a lot of people criticize Marty and Mike, but they used to make fun of the churches turning into this DMology or DM or DM.
Right.
And I've now that I've come to Los Angeles and actually witnessed it, and you see them, they're all in that kind of like cheery. It's like they're in
phony cheery.
It's a permanent kiss DM's ass view.
Right. Exactly.
It's sad.
So if you go to the event, you come out and they are literally arm by arm, person by person. There's a wall of people, so you cannot leave. You have to go, they call it body routing, you have to go around into exhibition hall, and that's where they're selling something after every event.
Not only that.
So it does kind of turn you into a liar, because, wait, what happened? There we go.
A couple of tips. I saw the int-based buses come up on the south side of
the thing and unload. Yeah. Which means that some int-based staff came to this event. That's something new. The staff buses come in the north side, and they all go in. And they were encouraging people to come in at 4:30, so I guess they were fleecing people, and they fleece them out.
Wait, if we do that.
So they fleece them before and fleece them after.
Yeah, it's a fleece job.
So then, and also tell them about the 1-800 number.
All right, I run the one. Tori. Just call Tori if you have problems. My phone number's on. There's an 800 number for ex-Sea Org members. If anybody needs on-the-spot advice, call 866-ex-Sea Org.
there's a little tiny message there. I also went out to the address, which I give on that 866 number, but they were closed, so I couldn't go in and talk to them. But maybe I don't know if I'll be able to get out there before I leave. But it's basically the Venice Clinic. And anyways, just call. We'll network any XC or who needs help in any way, shape, or form, and just give you advice if you need it.
There you go. All right, good. Well, that's been a really helpful thing. I know a lot of people.
And I want to finally thank, just for history purposes, Tori. She was like a really special person, and really helped me. Because everybody kind of needs somebody to talk to, and Tori is a really nice person to talk to.
Aw, thank you. That's sweet. Very sweet. Well, thank you. Well, we've had a great relationship, and you got to see a bunch of people here in LA too, right?
Yeah, I got to see a lot. I got to several former base RPF members who graduated now to work in the PAC base orgs. They're still stuck in the mess. I'd said hello to them, and they kind of recognized me, and I said their names, and they shouted out their names, and then Charlie Earl came down to like, "What are you doing here, asshole? Go away."
I know. Did you know Dan Garpin?
Of course.
Dan and I did the same thing. We walked down L. Ron Hubbard
Oh, did
Way,
you?
and he said hi to a bunch of people, and they hadn't realized he was out and declared and all this, and they're like, "Oh, hi, Dan." And then finally, they were really trying to be careful because they didn't want people to realize he was declared.
They shouldn't even it should be normal. They should be allowed and not get in trouble to even talk to us.
Of course.
So I hate to trick them, but I hope they someday normalize. But
I'm not counting on it.
Either that or just I hope they all blow. You too, Gavino and Ida, and all you OSA people, blow like McGrinder. Get out.
And here's
no,
what I say.
help you too.
Here's what I say. Don't use the word blow, because in Scientology, blow means you have overs or withholds. And that's why you blow.
It's okay to have blow thoughts. Blow thoughts are normal, and don't take it as a thought crime. Just get out.
Just leave. Come on out. And it's nothing more than walking across the street, right? When you finally left, doesn't it feel like
I routed out. I was like completely submissive.
Oh my God!
No, I wasn't. I didn't have. They called me a coward in the Beatty program.
What's the Beatty program?
The Beatty handling program. Beatty handling program. My name's Beatty.
Oh.
Anyways, it's the nasty program of what they were going to do to me.
Oh.
They only implemented a few targets because I quickly didn't. Because I was not. They had bigger problems looming than me, so they didn't even finish the program on me. Yeah.
As usual. Yeah. Well, thank you very much for anything. Is there anything else you want to share with anyone? Say hi to any of your friends. They might be watching. Some of the Sea Org guys might be watching.
I mean, I just hope that more people blow.
Yeah, come on out. I mean, we're having a good time. Really, everyone I know who's left.
Every day in life is like a vacation once you get out of the Sea Org.
Or Scientology if you're public. It's great. Yeah. So anyway, there you go. Have a wonderful new year. Have a wonderful new year for you. 2012.
I'll see you in a couple of years, Tori.
All right. No, don't make it so long. All right. Ciao. Peace out.